Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to be using ceramic Dollar Tree garden frogs. I have this adorable little frog who's just laying there with his hands up under his chin and a little wooden picture frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out those little prongs on the back of the picture frame that hold the picture in, because we're going to use this more like a little stand. They come out really easily with some nippers or whatever you have. I'm going to paint this frame with the plaster color chalk paint by Waverly, or any color that you want. Now that we have that painted, we are going to sand down the top of it just very lightly, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. I'm going to position my little frog going across the short way because that's where he fits the best and will touch both sides. And we're going to use a combination of Fix-All glue and hot glue. So the Fix-All's for the permanent hold, and then the hot glue will put him in place while I continue working and he won't go anywhere. I don't know what happened. Guess we weren't meant. So there he is, all situated. We're going to take some pink and kind of magenta colored flowers, and I'm going to just pull off the stems and just cut the little pieces on the back to make it more flat. And we're going to glue them all the way around, kind of alternating all the way around the frog. Just give it a very pretty, summery garden kind of a look. This piece would look really pretty, let's say out on the patio or in your house, just to bring flowers inside that aren't going to die. And I know they're not real, but they still look beautiful. You could use any type of flowers or greenery that you want for this. I just had these in my stash and I thought, oh, they're such pretty colors, and they would just brighten up any room. And of course, the cute little frog, who could resist? I thought we could fix them, but we got tired. There's nothing left. And there we go. We've got our last flower attached. I'm going to add some greenery. I got these from Dollar Tree. They look like eucalyptus. I know I also get them on Amazon sometimes, but I actually found some at Dollar Tree. I was so excited. And I'm going to put one little piece of greenery between each flower, and that's just going to round this out nicely and add that little touch of green, which I wanted. It doesn't match the exact color of the frog, but I think it goes well enough because it's, the color of nature. And I love the way this is turning out. This is such a super easy thing to put together, and it's going to come out just beautiful. Now we're just going to turn them over because I need to put some legs on the bottom, or little feet. I should have done this first and I didn't think of it till afterwards. I've got these square little blocks that Dollar Tree had. They were part of a coastal line they had. I don't know if they're going to have them again this year, but I had them in my stash. So I put them on there. Any beads will do, round, square, whatever you have. And you can just put those on each of the corners. And now this cute little riser stand, whatever you want to call it, is done. Talk about easy and fun. And he's so adorable. Look how cute he looks just sitting there. Anyway, I love that expression on his face. Let me know what you think. I've got this cute frog from the Dollar Tree Garden Center, and this one's laying kind of on his side, and he's just so cute. And then I've got some bandanas that are red, white, and blue. I'm going to use my white paint. I'm going to paint the entire frog with the white paint. I'm going to paint one coat, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to paint a second coat. And look how nicely that covered. You could also put a clear glaze over if you want to. I'm going to put Mod Podge over 2 pieces of rectangular wood from the Dollar Tree because we're going to attach something to the whole thing. Once it dries, I'm going to put the fabric over it, put some parchment paper over it, and take out my little iron, and I'm just going to iron it on there, and it'll stick perfectly. I love the way this works. It's not messy. You don't have to get Mod Podge all over your fingers. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I love doing this. I always forget to do this, and I do it the other way, and then I'm just full of Mod Podge. We're just going to keep rolling it over, putting the fabric on, and then putting the parchment paper, and then ironing it until we get the entire thing covered. When we get to the end, I'd left enough on that edge so that it would cover the whole thing. We'll just repeat the same step, and now we will have all 4 sides. We'll do something different with the ends, but we'll have all 4 sides covered with this blue bandana. Now we're just going to cut off the excess fabric. So first we'll cut off the sides and get, a smaller piece to work with. We'll just lean the scissors up against the edge of the wood, and that helps us get a nice clean cut. You could also use a rotary cutter, whatever you want that is easiest for you, but a nice sharp pair of scissors will do the trick. And then I'll just cut off the little bits around the ends and leave those bare. And I'll do that to both sides. There it is. And now I've got another piece. I'm going to use the red and white scarf and do the exact same thing. So there they are. I've got two pieces now. I've got this beautiful little beaded garland with a red flag, a heart flag on the end. And what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the two pieces of wood that are covered together with Fix-All and hot glue. I'll just kind of alternate them across the side there. And then we will place them together, and that'll be a nice hold for that. Then I'm going to do the Fix-All and the hot glue on the bottom of the frog till it's all covered with that. And I'm going to lay him down on top of the two covered pieces of wood, like he's just chilling out there. Then we're going to take some of the beads. I'm going to put glue at the end so that it doesn't unravel. I want to keep it on the jute that it's on. It's much easier to place them than individually. And I'll just cut off that end now that it's glued on. And we're going to put some glue on the middle between those two pieces coming from the frog to the end. See how I'm just laying them down right there. And then I'll cut off the end and add some hot glue right at the end so it doesn't fall off. It is glued down, so it's not going to happen anyway. Now I'm going to take the flag and put a little bit of glue at the very tip of the bottom of the heart and glue it behind the beads. And I'll also add a couple little dots of hot glue in the two areas between the beads because I want to make sure that's on there really well. And it did stick nicely. I'm going to take one white bead and put it at the top to cover the hole on the heart. We're just creating this cute little stand, and we're going to paint both of the ends in the white paint just to finish it off. This is so cute. Look at him. He's just chilling out, all patriotic. Wouldn't this be fun to have in the house? Let me know what you think. I've got this little praying or meditating frog and a little teeny palette from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take the sticker off and we're going to attach the little frog to the palette as if that's like his little mat, for meditating or prayer. And we're going to take off the price tag. We're going to add the Fix-All glue and the hot glue to the bottom to make sure we have a really good hold. Just kind of figure out where I want to place him. This one is super easy and it took no time at all other than just letting paint dry. So we're going to go ahead and get that glue on there, both kinds, and then we'll be able to stick him down. And because of the hot glue, he's not going to go anywhere. So there he is. Just kind of press him down, make sure he's nicely adhered. Then we're going to take it outside and take that gold spray paint that you see sitting there, and we're going to spray everything. The frog, the little palette, you name it. I think he looks adorable. This actually might be my favorite piece today. I love this little praying frog. I think of him as praying, just so, that's my thing. Let me know what you think. I think he's so cute. Got this cute little frog. He's got his hands under his chin like, what? And then I've got this gorgeous napkin from the Dollar Tree. It's a 2-ply. So we're going to take it out. It's very summery. Use a little piece of masking tape on the back side and pull the plies apart. It's my favorite way to pull plies apart. It's so easy. I'm going to rip the napkin into smaller strips so it's easier to work with. You could have even made them smaller than this for this particular case. We are going to decoupage all over this little frog. This is messy. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only thing I don't like about this is the mess, but I could have worn gloves and I didn't, so that's my fault. Anyway, I'm gonna just start putting Mod Podge on him and little by little adding the napkin. It doesn't matter if it overlaps with the patterns. I try not to overlap the pieces as much as possible and just start new ones, right where it ends. It's hard to do that sometimes, but you do the best you can. Just make sure you use tons of Mod Podge so it's pretty saturated. We're even going to go around the bottom on this one so that the whole entire thing is covered. And you just keep going. And if you have excess piece there, you just rip it off, cut it off, whatever you need to do. See, I have a little bit in that corner. I'll cut that off with some scissors, but just keep going with this piece all the way around until eventually the entire frog is covered. So you can see why possibly using smaller pieces could go a little bit easier, but it would take a little longer. So I just thought I'll just use the larger strips and then just cut off excess, and it worked just fine. There's a lot of little bumps and things on this frog, you know, his hands, his eyes. So you've got to push real hard around those and try to keep your fingers dry, because if they're wet, it could rip the napkin. That's probably the trickiest part. But I wanted to see how well this would decoupage. And I think it did actually do a really good job. And I love the leaves in this pattern. It reminds me of like where you'd find a frog like out in the rainforest or something, and it would camouflage with this, you know, pattern on it. So anyway, we'll just keep decoupaging to our heart's content until the little frog is all covered. And when I get down to just having little teeny pieces, I'll just rip some smaller pieces and fill in those gaps. Very easy to do. See, now I'm going to start cutting away excess. There are a few places where I had to fold it, and see there's a little piece right there. I'm just going to cut those off just to get it as flat as possible without compromising the decoupage. Now I'm going to cover the entire thing in decoupage. So what I do is I do one part first, dry it off, and then do the other part. That way I can hold it while I'm working. Eventually I also do the bottom. And now that he's all done and dry, I want to give him some eyes because they just don't really stand out. So I'm going to use a blue chalk marker, and I'm just going to paint a circle on each of the eyes. And then I'm going to take a black marker and do the pupils of the eyes and just do a little circle, you know, in the inside. I figured that's all he needed just to distinguish himself as a little frog. Anyway, he's so adorable. And now he looks like more of a frog with the eyes on him, I think. Then I added some Mod Podge over the top of his eyes just to seal that on there because I felt like there's a chance it could rub off. And that was all I did to this one. He's so cute. You could set him somewhere in the garden or next to some plants in your house, whatever you want. I just think he's adorable. And I love that napkin. It's gorgeous. Love the colors. You'll have to let me know what you think about him. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.